Yo. It's me. It's Lee with a capital T. Always have been, always will be. It's Monday night. Yeah, you know what? It is the milkman, the delight, the one that comes to see you at night. You know what to do when I slide. I gotta hit you with a yo.
What's up? What's up, everybody? It's your girl Aja representing Aspect 3 Health.
What up? I'm just Bree.
Hey, we getting good at this. What
Yep,
up, y'all?
and I got it liked and shared. Switch profiles. I'm getting good.
Oh wow, yeah, because you got the most time to be able to do it, man. You got the most time to be able to do it. If you have not liked and shared this thing up, welcome. By the way, please take an opportunity to like and share this thing up as we do so ourselves as we wait and get some folks in the building. We are going to be talking all things mental health, physical health, spiritual health, all three in one. It is a holy trinity that is going to help us live into the best versions of ourselves. You don't have to be working on the same thing that we're working on to join the community. So come on in the building, tag a friend, get your mama, uncle, cousin in the building. Milk and Joe Entertainment, Aspect 3 Health, all platforms. Check them out.
It do sound bad that I don't have no platforms for you to go check out, but I'm gonna be honest. If I tried to create them, I'm not gonna check them for you to check out. So it's
just not yet. You know what I mean? You can go check out Just Bree. My bad. Make sure you go check out Just Bree on.
No. I mean, I appreciate it if you do, but let me tell you, if you leave a comment and I don't get back to you for a few days, just
charge it to your head and not your heart.
Yeah, I just.
Okay. She working her way back into social media. You know what I mean? She really working her way back into social media.
I really am. And you know what, though? I have always used my Facebook as a scrapbook of my kids. And, sure. I would put funny things that they said that I'm happy now because I don't remember this stuff. So, hello. But this past year, I really have fallen off of Facebook, and it's like, dang, I'm trying to go back to posting stuff, but I haven't gotten there yet. I haven't posted anything from Liam's basketball season or his award, nothing.
You're gonna have to get back to it. Get back to it. I know. Slowly but surely, one thing at a time, one step at a time. One thing that I'm learning, as I participate in my group, is I got to accept the things that I can. I got to have the courage to accept the things that I can't. You know what I'm talking about? But understanding that there are things that are not within your control is not a pass to not do what is. You know what I mean? I think sometimes we throw that out there as if, God take the wheel. And that's not really what it's saying. It's saying, no, it's some things you could be doing, but you're going to have to be okay with the things that you can't.
Yeah.
I don't know. Hallelujah. That's what I'm coming to grips with. On tonight, I had a chicken breast with some mustard. It was delicious. And 2 pieces of white bread. It was wonderful because I couldn't think of nothing else to do with it. First of all, I had cooked these things this afternoon. Let me tell you, Bree knows because I was talking to her as they was potentially about to burn, but they didn't, thank God, because I cooked them for a full 2 hours in the oven on 400. Look at that. Look what you did, Bree. You did that. Bree. That was contagious. Don't let it come over here, Aja. You keep it on your side.
Hey, Lynn.
I don't think that's my fault. I think I told you, I think we should push back an hour. We getting old now. I'm
Hey.
And we lost the hour.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. I did reshare that. I seen a meme that said that hour we lost was the one I was going to use to get my life together. And I was like, oh, maybe when I get it back in the fall.
Yeah. So I cooked these chicken breasts for 2 hours in the oven on 400, and I left out the house to go do some things, and I came back. Most people are probably too scary to leave their oven on at 400 while they leave. But I was only going about a half hour, maybe 40 minutes. I don't know, about a half hour, I guess.
I mean, I would be too scared to cook any meat at 400. I just don't Cook that.
Oh yeah, it's nice and good. It was nice and good. Now let me tell you, because I didn't tend to it, I did not season the bottom. I only seasoned the top.
Oh, something is happening with your mic.
You hear me now? Oh, thank you. You had me scared.
It sounds the same to you, Aja?
It sounds intermittent. It sounds like you're going in and out.
Oh no, that's tragic.
Okay, so that's good right there. Now you good. That's crazy.
I'm good now.
Yeah.
Maybe it just needed a break. You know what I mean? Sometimes I be talking too fast. Sometimes I be talking too fast. It needs to catch up. You know what I'm saying? So I didn't season both sides because at some point I had planned to flip them. You know how you'll season the top, flip and season the other side, even though you really should season both sides when you put it in. I was being lazy. So the other side never even got flipped or seasoned, but it was done. But all that seasoning was on the top. So I ended up just kind of shredding the chicken breast and putting it on the bread with the mustard. And so the seasoning could be distributed evenly throughout my meat. And it worked out. And because I waited until 7 o'clock to eat, there was really no time because I had my 7:30 meeting to do anything other than consume the chicken. But I consumed it.
Yeah, no, that so many things wrong with all of that. But I can't even get myself into the kitchen to cook anything. So who am I to judge?
You know, we all do what we can within our capacity. You know what I'm saying? But the reason why I even bring that up is just because I'm trying to be more intentional. I'm trying to do better. This was my step of like trying to prepare a little bit. I ain't gonna call it meal prepping because I ain't got no meals together. But I figured if I had got my protein together, then I could, you know, figure out the rest as we went. You know what I mean? So I hope that I'm not just eating chicken and mustard and white bread all week. I don't think that'll be the case. But I'm well on my way. And so, hey, it's Monday. Protein ready to go.
So, okay.
Talk about it.
The white bread.
White bread.
Yeah.
Sunbeam, too. I think this one is Sunbeam.
I feel like that's the worst of the breads, no?
Yeah, but I just, it doesn't have more than 2 grams of fat per serving. And I'm still not like completely
you know what is a
like
healthier
sold
bread
on the white
that
versus
isn't-
wheat bread.
Yeah, if you
Because they
have you
say
ever
wheat
tried
really not
sourdough?
healthy, that they tricked you.
Sourdough bread is supposedly better than white bread, and it's not.
But it has a
like
tang
wheat.
to it.
Okay, so you don't
Don't
like
it?
sourdough. I mean, mustard don't have a tang to it.
Yeah, it do. It do. Mustard do have a tang to it.
It does.
But my bread not supposed to.
Okay.
That's why you add the mustard. Lord have mercy. I would say that was my healthy choice today. Thank you. I don't know if that was for me, but I appreciate that. Good job right there. That was a good job for me. I hope that was a good job for me. Did nobody else do a good job?
Nobody else. Yeah, nobody else.
I mean, I am going to tell on myself a little bit, though, because while I'm not outside of my calories and while I did not eat anything outside of the quote-unquote 2 grams of fat per serving, still struggling with the compulsive eating portion. And this is where I say to myself, like, one, I'm not trying to like compare myself to anybody else in their journey because like that's just a terrible thing to even do. Like that's just I got to focus on me. But like and coming to grips with what being a part of this group and this recovery process in terms of my health and my eating means for me. Like I ate 2 breaded pretzels this afternoon, which I mean, technically that was my lunch. It wasn't outside of my thing, but I didn't need to. But it was like the compulsive need to want to eat something at that time. And then like over the weekend, I felt like I felt like I didn't go outside my calorie count, but I did find myself occasionally snacking on Twizzlers, which Twizzlers are 0 fat, but they do contain sugar. So there's that whole argument.
So,
but trying to figure out a balance from like this snacking business, or is it this compulsive eating that I'm doing, or what's happening?
Do you think, 'cause I know you don't eat meat, do you think, 'cause I know you don't eat meat, do you think, 'cause I know you don't eat meat, do you think, 'cause I know you don't eat meat, do you think, 'cause I know you don't eat meat, do you think, 'cause I know you don't eat meat, do you think, 'cause I know you don't eat meat, do you think, 'cause I know you don't eat meat, do you think, 'cause I know you don't eat meat, do you think, 'cause I know you don't eat meat, do you think, 'cause I know you don't eat meat, do you think, 'cause I know you don't eat meat, do you think, 'cause I know you don't eat meat, do you think, 'cause I know you don't eat meat, do you think, 'cause I know you don't eat meat, do you think, 'cause I know you don't eat meat, do you think, 'cause I know you don't eat meat, do you think, 'cause I know you don't eat meat, do you think, 'cause I know you don't eat meat, do you think, 'cause I know you don't eat meat, do you think, 'cause I know you don't eat meat Do you think that smoking has anything to do with it?
No, I mean,
You don't
it
think
didn't.
it's munchies?
I mean, okay, it may be because I thought it's. I'm not going to say I haven't ruled that out, right? It's because it could be, but it wasn't an issue before. Like I was able to like make my smoothie still, follow the routine. First of all, I had a routine, and I don't really have a routine now. That's part of the problem, which is what I was talking about with the lady who's potentially going to be my what you call it sponsor.
Mhm.
Is I need to get this food plan together. I need to get the routine together, and they're all excited, like, "Yay, you're the first step." And I'm just like, "Well, come on, let's get this shit over with." And I'm sorry, I don't mean to be negative, but like, you know, when you're doing it, we talked about the patience portion, and I
Yeah.
want this stuff to happen yesterday.
No, just because like for me, the Zepbound, it quiets the food noise in my head. Like even when I smoke, like I find I like my doctor's like, you may want to like try to cut that out if you're trying to lose weight. But like I find that the Zepbound overpowers it. Like I don't even get the munchies anymore.
Oh, that's
Like
fair.
I do not.
Yeah, I'm not gonna say that I didn't get the munchies, but I say that previously I had things in place like the drinking of the water. Like I felt like I drank so much water before. I've got to get my water intake up. I got
Yeah,
to keep the jugs full. You know what I mean?
for me, for sure.
Well, there's
As
two
I'm
things that
about to sit here and
look
drink
at. Yeah,
Pepsi.
you filled
Right,
up
as
again
I'm
before
about to
we
drink
got
Pepsi
on.
and Aja here is drinking her water.
Yeah. What you want, a shot of water? You know what I'm saying? You want a shot of water? Two things that I know I need to increase. One, I need to increase my spirituality. The other, I need to increase my water intake. When I was doing fasting before, one of the things that I was doing was every time that I did get some type of hunger pain, which they only last for the first 2 days in a fast, if you're interested in knowing, they go away. At least for me. But I would think about God, or I would pray about, whatever I was trying to accomplish. I would focus on that to try to avert my attention from the food, which is easier said than done, but it was a focus. But then the other one is understanding every time that you're hungry, you're typically thirsty. So just drink that damn water. You know what I mean? Yeah. Fill your stomach up with that.
Yeah. Pretty much.
So two things I'm gonna try to pick up.
Yeah. I definitely have to increase my water intake. I've been doing terrible at drinking water. I'm back up to like 4 cans of Pepsi a day. I don't know. I've been doing terrible, but
No, that's
I
right.
have new goals. I mean, not thinking about it at all. And the shot, I'm telling you, like, I'm
that's what he was talking about. Give me the shot. Yeah. Yeah.
If you can get it approved, man, I am such a like, like sure. I'm slow and steady. I'm still only on the second dose. Like I'm still on a 5. Yeah. And I, like I said, at my next appointment, I am going to ask to go up to the 7.5. But I feel like I haven't really done the things I needed to do to really have it at its full capacity. So why am I going up in dosage when I'm not doing what I'm supposed to do? The 5 will probably work just fine if I would stop drinking so much Pepsi and eat better. But, that's neither here nor there. The point is the food noise, it does quiet it so much. Like I don't find myself having the munchies like that. Like I don't snack. Like and Liam doesn't come home. I'm a huge snacker.
You were a habitual snacker, right?
Yeah. And
remember the Oreo keychain?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like,
I know her. I've known her for over 20 years. I know.
Like I know. And I still buy the snacks, but Liam don't get home till after 8, and the big 2 at college, and I don't have, the snacking desire anymore. My snack bin stays full for a long time. Like that snack bin, I filled it up. Did the grocery shopping 3 days ago. It's still at, normally with the 4 of us all snacking, that the thing would be, half gone by now. It lasts typically about a week. No, it lasts 2-3 weeks these days.
That's good. That's
Less snacking. I was
Mhm.
actually talking about that when I went to go pay my rent this afternoon with the man who collects my rent. And we was talking about my journey and me kind of getting back on the wagon. He asking how I'm doing, all that good stuff. And he was saying to me that one of the things he struggles with most is on the weekends when he's in the house. Because, during the week he's working, he's out, he's moving and grooving. But when he's in the house, he feels like he's going to get something out the fridge or fixing some pizza rolls or getting a snack about every 30 minutes. And he's not even an out of shape dude because, once again, he's very active throughout the week, doing stuff.
I feel like you
But
should get like a picture of Dr. Now or somebody and put it on the refrigerator, or be like a picture of you, unflattering
walk
picture of
away.
you that's
Yeah.
like, oh yeah, this is why I'm doing that. Never mind. Like
Never mind.
flattering picture.
together.
Yeah.
Well, I think it's like a continuation, and I want to hear from Aja because I feel like we've been kind of dominating the conversation a little bit, but I feel like it's a continuation of our conversation last week, and I think this was off air when we was talking about like being active and getting out and doing stuff and all that kind of stuff. And I know you were active this weekend, but I think that one of my things is gonna have to be, as I look to develop this routine to find my new normal in this journey, is I'm going to have to get out of the house, and I'm just going to have to go do stuff. I'm going to have to go work in the community, whether it's going to Starbucks or whether it's going to the office, but I've got to leave the house. I can no longer just sit in the house and work and leave when I'm going to meetings and stuff like that. That shit is not working, and it's not sustainable. And yeah, gotta
I
go.
was just telling myself today, like, okay, Aja, it's time to step it up a notch. It's time to like really, really get serious about this working out thing. This past week was a complete challenging experience. I'm trying to choose my words carefully.
Come on now.
I don't want to say it was a complete fail. I recognized that I was about to go into a depression. So I gotta start cleaning up. Um, I did binge the next day, but I stopped myself the day after, and I was like, okay, you going to the gym. We not gonna sit here and self sabotage and
Mm,
gain all this weight back that you done lost. It's not
right,
much, but you've been putting in some work, so you don't want to mess up what you've been putting in. So
right,
I went to the gym, moved my body a little bit, and I felt so much better getting out the house.
right.
Mhm.
So I said I'm gonna have to change my schedule now. So my goal was to get up at 5 o'clock in the morning. That ain't happening because I just sleep through it.
It's got to be a realistic goal.
It
Yes.
has to be realistic. As much as I desire to get up at 5 o'clock in the morning,
Amen.
it ain't happening.
Come on,
So
you got
for
to do what you
me,
gonna do. Yes.
I've decided to change my work schedule because I have
Okay.
flexible hours. I usually work 7 to 4, but instead I probably will start working like 8:30 to 5:30. So that way, after I get my daughter on the bus, I
Mm.
I could go hit the gym, spend about 30 minutes in there, come back up, have me some me time before it's time for me to go to work, and my day will flow.
All
So
right. So
that's
you getting that routine together for yourself as
yes,
well. That
yes.
we know that success comes with routine. It's gotta
Mhm.
become habitual. It's gotta be part of our everyday life. Because what we know is that for those who have found success, it's not a diet. What do they say? It's a
Lifestyle
lifestyle
change.
change, right?
Correct.
Because we're not trying to change just what we eat. We're trying to change who we are. Because
Yeah.
there are things and characteristics and habits that we have learned and we have developed that have gotten us to here, gotten us to the point of where we are here now. And if some of those things aren't attended to, then we always gonna slide back into those habits and things, places of comfortability. And so certainly that's where I'm headed, and I'm glad you're headed too. Bree, you want to talk about your outing this weekend? You got your steps in.
Yeah, so that's what I have also decided, that I need to um be more active. I also work remote, so I'm at home. I have no desire to change anything about my working situation as far as like going into work or getting out of the house during my work day. But I am realizing that as well as, changing the eating habits, I have to move my body. I was looking at my step counter from last week, and there were several days where I got under 1,000 steps, like around 500. I was like, did I move at all? Like,
Yeah.
did I roll to the bathroom? Like, how did I even like? And so this weekend there was a the Matisse's Jazz Era exhibit opened up at the Art Institute, and I was like, okay, I'm gonna go see this exhibit. And so I went to the museum, and I walked around there for about 4.5 hours, and it was really nice. And then I went outside and sat and listened to the bucket drummers for a little bit. And do y'all have bucket drummers in y'all cities?
You know we don't, girls.
Yeah.
Oh, you do?
Yeah, we got bucket drummers. They come out. Well, I noticed that they're out.
Okay.
When we have different festivals and things like that.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's dope.
They're usually outside of like the stadiums after games, and so they were parked outside of the Art Institute on Michigan, and it was a nice day. Okay, so bucket drummer is a group of guys who drum on buckets. They
boy used to be
raise
okay.
money.
So I'm about to tell on myself. Who watches? Don't judge me. Do you watch P-Valley? Anybody watch P-Valley?
I don't know nothing about no P-Valley.
Okay.
Tell me something about it. No judgment, no.
What is his name? Something Alfonso. He used to be a bucket drummer in New York. What on the subway? I was trying. It was in my head. I couldn't get it out.
He was busking. They call that busking when you're out there playing for your monies. You're busking in the subways.
So I don't know if hold on if I can hold it.
We gotta get you some bucket drummers in Milwaukee.
And you see it?
I'm trying to get it into the frame.
There you go. You got it, bro. You got it.
So they just drum on the. I mean, yeah, they're just drumming on the bucket.
Oh, that wasn't over the weekend. There's snow out there.
No, it's not. It's not snow.
Oh, that's
it's
not
just
snow?
the white. I mean, the ground is.
Okay.
Let me tell you something about Chicago. And it could be the glare from the thing, but for cities, our downtown is very clean. So that's just a clean city street right there. That's just a clean sidewalk.
My bad.
It's not New York at all.
I know you. I know that Dad sees him in Atlanta. I know he does for sure there. You got to go to the big cities to get that culture.
Yeah. So, I was like, oh, can't wait to summertime shy. But like, I was making my sister who lives in Georgia. Said a coworker of hers was coming up here at the end of the month, and she was looking for stuff to do. And I was like, oh my gosh, like narrow that down. There's so much stuff to do. So I'm just looking up all these different things to do. And, I go see shows and stuff a lot, but I realized I really don't utilize living in the city enough. We have all these free places and things like the Lincoln Park Zoo. I love the zoo. My kids hate it. So I found out recently that my kids hated the zoo, and all the times I was taking them to the zoos, they're like, they're not dropping any new animals. We're just going to see the same animals year after year, like time after time. I'm tired of this. But I love the zoo. So I was like, I'm going to start going to the zoo and walking, getting some exercise, going to the museums and walking, getting exercise. I got more steps on Saturday than I've gotten in I don't know how long. My calves still hurt. I
It take
definitely
time.
realized
It
I
take
need to
time.
buy some good walking shoes.
Good
I need
walking
some
shoes,
good
yeah.
shoes.
Yeah.
But and
I heard boots is
tomorrow
good.
I'm going to sign up for my water aerobics class.
Yeah.
So
Let's go.
I am on my way with the activity. I just gotta, if I could just get this
Come on.
hand with the diet and this hand, and I mean not my diet, I mean the way I'm saying my
Your
diet,
life.
not a
Mhm.
diet.
Right.
Mhm.
What you consume.
If I could get those two to just mesh.
Come
Which
on.
my problem still with my diet or my eating habits is not consuming enough protein. So
Mhm.
that is my goal. I bought some steaks. I bought some roast. I bought some chicken. And I'm going to try to really start putting some protein in my body.
Do you
Now-
like cheese?
Do I like? No, I don't like anything.
Eggs?
I do
Water
like eggs.
exercise is
Okay.
excellent. I go on Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays. I can move so much better in the water. Yes.
Yeah, they
Oh, I
have
bet. Oh my goodness.
they have 2 classes available and they're only $18. So I'm going to sign up for both of them. So I'm going to do Tuesdays and Thursdays.
Okay.
Let's
But I'm
go.
excited for it. I
Yeah.
could live in the water. I always say I should have been a mermaid.
Yeah. I
Let's
love
trade them feet in for a tail. Good old.
Yeah, Ariel had it so backwards.
I don't know why she wanted to be on
know
the
what's wrong with that girl. I don't know what's wrong with that
The
girl.
water was so much more adventurous.
Man.
Well, in terms of like movement, so I talked about like needing to get out of the house, and that is a goal to build that into my routine to be able to do so. But also, I have been talking about wanting to introduce some physical movement activity, some type of cardio, physical movement. I don't know what you want to call it. But I think that, and I don't know if I talked about this with you guys at all or not, but I think that I'm going to try some chair Tai Chi. I think at one point I was going to try Tai Chi walking, and I was like, well, maybe I need to try the chair Tai Chi before I try Tai Chi walking. I don't know. One of those, I'm going to be Tai Chi in something.
So is this an app? That
So,
you can download, or is it on YouTube?
I mean, it was one of those weird advertisements on YouTube, but there's videos and stuff after I, searched it up of people like showing you how to do it. And basically, it's just like intentional movements. I think it has to do with like you're familiar with like the kinetic energy and stuff. So like squeezing your muscles through the movements and stuff like that to get the most out of. So it's minimizing the movements, but getting the most out of each movement, I think is the philosophy.
Okay.
Right.
I live on border in Chinatown. So the park here, the park closest to my house where I plan on taking the
I hope to tell more about it.
The swimming, they often have people doing Tai Chi there in the morning.
Okay.
And it's so peaceful just walking. I mean, when you walk past or ride past and they all just in synchronization doing their moves and stuff, it's just so peaceful looking. But along with their diet,
yeah,
I will follow. I mean, I can't with their diet because they eat stuff that I just can't. But I will follow anything I see an Asian person doing. I'm going to tell you that
they really got it down. They really got it down.
So
even the drinking a hot beverage
they
to
be
start
so,
the day.
Just mind still there, just still out moving. I mean, they be on public, just riding the L, just holding on to the thing like it's nothing. And that woman is easily 78 years old. Like, I mean,
come on,
just old. And sometimes they be so old and they just come to the store and they don't speak enough English, but they'll just hand you the note and be like, I need 2 loaves of bread. And it'd be like, okay, bread's over here. And you walk them over to the bread and they be like, and they smile at you. You get they get the bread, they check out, and then they walk on back home. I mean, they just be in such good health that I look. If an Asian person recommends it, I'm following.
Say it again.
I said their discipline is unmatched.
Oh, for sure. Like that. Well, and it's built in, like we call it discipline, but what I would say is built into their cultural routines because it's a way of life for them, right? It's not something that they had to, well, I guess they didn't learn it, but they learned it from a little child, right? Because they observed the patterns and behaviors of their family members and things of that nature. So, in that sense, had any of y'all ever heard about drinking a hot beverage to start the day is supposed to jumpstart your metabolism? That's why they drink like hot teas and waters and things first thing in the morning.
But that sounds right. That sounds right. I mean, I still look when they was like, I still follow what they do. Like when I see them on the L and on the bus, they still got their mask on. Be like, you know what? I think I still need to wear a mask here. Like where they're masked, I'm masked.
Not alone. Like, I know that's right. Yeah. Once again, they was ahead of the curve on that one because they was wearing that before the pandemic. Like anytime you got a cold or something, just put that on. Yep. They was ahead of the curve on that.
But that's because a lot of times, China itself, it has so many people. Their population is like, and their smog is terrible. So they wore the mask for a multitude of
air reasons, quality.
Yeah. I mean, and there's so many people that, germs.
Don't sneeze on inevitable.
Right. And we as Americans have a bigger, personal space bubble than other cultures. And so that's, but a lot of it is because of their population and the size of their cities. Like you ain't got room for personal space here.
I'm about to say, even if they listen to Ludacris' old album, ain't nobody bagging back or giving them 50 feet. It's just not going to happen.
It's just not.
It's not going to happen. It's not going to happen. Quality.
But yeah, I could see that about the hot beverages. That makes sense.
Yeah. So,
how was your meeting?
It was good. I was a little frustrated because I could not find my notes from last week. I couldn't find the lady's number that I had wrote down to even try to text her to get back to my group or any of this business. So I end up going onto the list and texting some other lady who had the same name and it wasn't the right group. So then I went through like the history on my computer and was like, okay, let me see. Last Monday. And then thank God I was able to get in there. But let me tell you how, and it wasn't even the devil, but I chopped it up to the devil because it was really just me being fat. And there's no judging me in me saying that. But I was frustrated, choking down my chicken sandwich, trying to find this group. And then I caught a fat cramp. Like about 3 minutes before I'm supposed to be in there. And I ain't even found the group good yet. So I got up and I'm trying to stretch and shit and I'm cussing and carrying on. And I'm just thinking like, oh, the devil trying to keep me from my group. And really that's just, I did that, not the devil. But I was able to work through it and I found it in my thing. And it was good. It was a very powerful meeting. Met a new person who I also got a telephone number from. So now I have like 2 people that I can communicate with. The one is the older lady that I talked about. This other one is a younger gentleman. I'm probably older than him, but I look young. But so I got some supports there. I'm supposed to be connecting with the lady tomorrow so that I can start this, really diving into what a food plan would look like for me and what these routines are all about. I got the books. So there's like, there's a couple books. One they use like the AA big book. And then there's an Overeaters Anonymous book that goes with it. And then there's a daily devotion. I told them I don't like to read because they was about to flood me with books and stuff. So look, I don't like to read. I say, so
do you have this on audio book?
No, they do. Some of them they do. But some of them they like use in the meeting and stuff, right? So there's 2 that they use in the meeting. So I want those to be physical so I can have them out during the meeting and I could be reading them beforehand and stuff. And then there's one like a daily reader devotional that I think that I will use to kind of start my day. Okay. Or I hope that's what it turns into as something that I can use to start my day.
Okay. Sounds good.
Yeah. So, slow but steady. But for the 3rd meeting, I shared again.
That's good.
which is good.
How big
Just,
was the group size this time? I mean, was it like the smaller group?
there were 11 people there. It was
Okay.
11 people this week, and like I said, the one gentleman I didn't recognize from previous, and
Do you think the smaller group size is more beneficial than the
I think so. Of course, it doesn't allow me to hide or fade into the
right?
background, which is, I probably need that because what it did is it sped up my timetable for my involvement, right? Because I probably would have observed a lot longer, or I may have quit before I actually got engaged because
Yeah.
I may have talked myself out of it or something. I think that it has worked how it's supposed to, and I'm a relational person, and so I needed that connection to bring me back. And I was kind of looking forward to seeing these people.
That's good.
Huh.
That's you.
Don't tell nobody. I didn't really mean that when I said I wasn't looking forward to it. Oh, hallelujah.
For stepping out our comfort zones.
I know that's right. It requires that level of vulnerability.
Mhm.
And one of the things that I said in some of my closing remarks tonight is I'm just so glad that I found the willingness to do it. Because there were moments when I didn't think that I could.
Mhm.
But when I discovered that I could, that I was willing to. Because it's one thing to want it, and it's another thing to, take some baby steps to move in that
Yeah.
direction. And like I said, one of their slogans is just keep coming back. And so that's what I'm gonna do. I'm just gonna keep coming back.
Okay. That's what's up.
Yeah.
Proud of you.
Yeah. Y'all want me to send y'all some links so y'all can join my group?
Yeah, you can send me one.
Okay.
Absolutely.
I'm gonna
Absolutely.
say
Because you know what? Because for whatever reason, when I looked it up, it was so many different links to choose from. I got a little confused.
Okay. I'm gonna send you a link for my group. You can join my group. That's for sure. Yeah, that's what's up.
It's
They also
on Zoom?
it's on Zoom.
Okay.
They also told me that they meet on Thursdays. I don't know if I'm gonna do it twice a week, but I might need it. But I also like, and this is where I talked about not judging yourself based off of other people, right? Because like I'm trying to determine what it is I actually do need, right, to be successful. Which is why I'm trying things that I haven't tried before, because clearly what I have tried is not enough, right? But I also hear stories like, I go to 6 meetings a week. Or like I go to 3 of these meetings and I go to 2 meetings in another group and 1 meeting in another group.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? And I'm like, do I need that? Like, I don't think I got it. Like, I don't think it's that bad, but I am over. Like, I'm pretty sure I got to be teetering somewhere around 500 pounds or 450 or.
I don't think it has anything to do with your size, but more so than your willpower and your ability to stay the course. But you have a stronger mental fortitude than a lot of people. So people who
but we know that's only short term. That's only short term,
right? And so as days, I mean, I'm equated to my therapy, which is why I say no thank you, because I already have therapy that I pay for. So because I got to work on all the issues. But there are times when right now I'm at twice a month. There was a time where I was doing twice a week.
Yeah.
So I mean, I think it depends on where you're at in your journey. So there was a time where I was twice a month, and then I told her, I think we need to go weekly for a little bit. And we did weekly for a little bit. And then I went back to twice a month. So I think it just depends on where you're at in your journey. Yeah. So there may be days or weeks where you feel like you need a second or third meeting. And then there's some where you like, you get to going so good, you be like, I don't even know if I need to go this week, but go.
I'm not saying no, see, because I know that little trick already.
But go anyway.
I told the people, I said, I'm a social worker. I'm supposed to know how to do all this already. I was like, but I also know the value of needed additional supports and trying things you haven't tried before, and that's why I'm here.
Yeah.
But I think one of the other things, though, as you just described, is you were able to identify what you needed, and you were able to verbalize it, make a plan of action, and follow through with it. And I think for me, I'm trying to determine what it is I do need, right? Because I need mental health?
I'm not even going to toot my own horn and say that I recognize what I needed. At one point, there was a time where I said, I think we need to go every week. But there have definitely been times where she has said, do you think we need to meet again this week? like, you know what I mean? Like,
you got
I don't feel like we finished getting this all out today, but we're out of time, and I feel like we're getting somewhere. You want to? Can you get me in on Thursday? Can we double back this week? Like, you know. So it's definitely been times where she has let me know, I think you need to finish working this piece out. It's not always that you're going to recognize it. So, but that's what you have in that sponsor, that person, you know.
Yeah, that accountability partner.
Yeah.
So they talking about you have to check in every day and talk about what you ate and stuff. I'm like, Lord of mercy.
That's accountability, blow your ass.
Hey, this gonna end up being like my uncle. My uncle told me this. He does this with his money, but I probably need to do it with my money and my food. I ain't gonna get into the whole long story, but the outcome of the story is that he now writes down, and has been for some time, he writes down everything he ever spends.
Wow.
Like he has a list, and when that list gets full, he starts the next list. And that's how he is accountable with his money. And I just wonder what it would be like if I wrote down everything that I ate, or wrote down every time I spent. Well, I mean, I probably need to do it with my finances too, because once again, accountability and habits, they bleed over into other areas of our life. And if because I remember a conversation I had when I was real young, and we were talking about the potential of being in ministry. And we talked about how they look down on folks who are overweight in ministry. And I used to think that it was a judgmental thing, but it really is it does not tell your whole story, but it is an indicator and says something about you, whether you agree or disagree, or whether you think it's judgment or non-judgmental. But they take discipline into play. Because when they see somebody that's overweight, the mental health red flag kicks up, discipline red flag kicks up, other things that we don't even think about in terms of how they're viewing folks kick up. You know what I mean? Yeah. And so when I say that, my overeating and my habits that have led to me to be where I am physically, like they do bleed into other areas of your life, like finances. Would it be as tougher to be as disciplined with my finances as my food? I don't know. I know I can't do them both at the same time. We're gonna do one first and then the other. We're gonna start with the food and get that together. Praise the Lord. But yeah, I mean that shit is real, and it's those type of real conversations and honesty that you have to be with yourself, I think, to really kind of.
I mean, I know for myself mentally, like when I go into, if I'm not going to do something where I'm like binge eating sugar cookies to make myself feel better, I'm definitely like shopping. Like my daughter, it's been times where my daughter has called me and been like, "Are you okay?" And I'm like, "Why?" And she's like, "The Amazon cart looks like you're in a manic episode." And then I'll look at the cart and it'll be just all kind kitchenware, socks, like just an abundance of different like things. Yep, this looks manic. You're right. Like this, I probably need to go sit somewhere. like
let me run a bath and get a book.
Let me put my phone down because this is not good. So, that shopping, that would, I don't want to do that. Don't want to do that.
Not so much. Yo, so have we talked about what our plans are for the coming week? I talked about my Tai Chi, how I'm gonna try to do that.
Did I write mine down? Let me see. Let me see if I stayed faithful to the ones that I did last week. When I'm full. Stop eating when I'm full. Even though I was eating more than usual, I did not overstuff myself. So I did stick to that.
Come on.
I did exercise, and
Let's go.
I stayed with my worship music, and I have been drinking lots of water. So even though it was a challenging week, I did do everything that I said I was going to do.
Good job.
Let's go. See, sometimes we got to reflect on those things so that we really can be encouraged by the things we did do. Amen. I'm loving that.
I think this week I got to step up my exercise game.
Okay. I think we all on one accord when it comes to that. We still at our different levels, but I think we all in agreement. It's time to kick it into the next gear.
Yeah.
Take it up a notch, as Emeril Lagasse used to say. He ain't been counseled, have he? I know I'd be bringing up old people and Bree be like, you can't talk about them.
It's not that you can't talk about them. They just have become Trump supporters. So we don't support Trump supporters.
You damn right about that. You damn right about that. Well, I don't intend to keep us around any longer than we need to be. Are there any closing thoughts or final thoughts that anybody would like to share on tonight?
No. I mean, it's spring. It's the season of renewal.
Yeah.
I am ready for this weather to renew itself because I see snow in my forecast and I don't know why. but I am trying to come into the season with a renewed outlook. I'm trying to get into a better headspace. Mm-hmm. My sister told me this was the year of life and we're supposed to be living it.
Come on.
And I was like,
ain't that why God came in flesh?
And I was not in a good mood that day. And I replied to her, well, Mama shouldn't have died then.
Come on, Brie.
I'm not, in that space yet, but I'm trying. Right. And so
that's all that matters.
My goal.
Right. That's right. Yeah.
Well, I guess I would say that every morning you wake up is another chance to get it right. You may have messed up yesterday, but if you wake up the next day, you got another chance to hit those goals and make a difference.
Come on, not just in your life or somebody else's. Come on, because you never know who's watching you. Yeah. We're on here because we're hoping that somebody's watching us. But those of you who are not podcasters, who aren't social media individuals, you still have folks who are watching you and people are motivated by you too. So be encouraged as you are on your journey as well. I don't think I have anything to add to that. I think both of y'all did an amazing job giving some folks some final encouragement for this week. I'll just remind them one thing that I haven't reminded folks for in a long time, and that's to make it a great day and or week. Why? Because they don't just happen. It's that intentionality. You gotta make them great. Y'all be amazing. Until next time, I am the Milkman.
It's your girl Aja representing Aspect 3 Health.
And I'm just Bree.
Hey, we out here, y'all.
Peace.